and we're watching it right now. My finger slipped, so I don't even know if I'm recording. Okay, I'm recording. 9.8. Markiplier's OnlyFans.
Christmas
This
is
is
a time
crazy.
of year full of
Listen,
lies and deceit.
yeah,
Every Christmas movie ever made is spreading the same propaganda, the same lesson
that's
that
true.
it's always better to give than to receive. What a load of baloney. That's just straight up horseradish. That's one of the biggest lies ever told, up there with the time I used to tell girls on Tinder that I was 5'10". So I'm just gonna tell you right now, in almost every situation, it is better to receive than to give. Case in point, today's video topic. I subscribed to Markiplier's OnlyFans, so I received some tasteful nudes from Markiplier, which is far better than had I given him my nudes. It probably would have ruined his Christmas. But I'm going to have my cake and eat it too, because while I may have received these wonderful pictures, I'm going to give you all my review of them. I have a keen eye for quality when it comes to the human body. I'm one of the few owners on this planet of an ovipositor, which is an alien wiener that gives you little lubed eggs that you push through so that way when you
What
put
the
it
hell?
inside yourself you can lay eggs deep within. There is few things when it comes to anatomy that I haven't seen. So there was nothing Markiplier could post that was going to shock me. So I'm coming in here and giving an objective review of each and every one of his pictures. Obviously I can't show them since it's paywalled content, but I can at least show you this one, which is his header, his profile pic banner. So this is the Markiplier OnlyFans page. It is an
Yeah,
official page and all of the proceeds are going to the Cincinnati Children's
that one. I'm pretty sure you could have a better charity cause than this,
Hospital, which is a great cause. Now let's take a
but
peek
it's
at this
weird.
bad boy here.
But
So his header is just the standard classic paint me like one of your French girls pose. It's an iconic one, but it has a lot of pizzazz here. Mark's wearing
this
a silk
has
robe and he's using a wine bottle as a substitute for his penis and an erection. You can see it's pointing straight up to the sky, pointing to Jesus, letting him know that while he may have died for our sins, we can't stop sinning. What I find most impressive about this piece is that Markiplier was able to hide his 15-inch whopper behind that little ice bucket there. I have to imagine, and this may be breaking the magician's code, I have to imagine he used gaff tape to tape down the beast so that way it didn't get out of control and ruin the artistic shot here. But that's just a little game theory. So the first series of photos cost $3, and I gotta tell you, I got a lot of bang for my buck out of that. The first one was a boxing photo that looked like it was an AI generated piece of art that was trying to improvise Markiplier naked. So it's got Mark's bare ass facing the camera and he's got his gloves up. He's got his set thrown up and he's ready to lay down the hammers. And he's fighting
boy.
another Markiplier, but this one's got a black eye. He's also nude, and the boxing glove from the previous Markiplier clone is blocking his cock. It's a cool action shot that delivers a deeper message about how sometimes the person that beats us up the most, our worst enemy, is ourselves. So I really appreciate what he was trying to say with the piece while also still trying to stimulate arousal. But I will say it's not the most sexually engrossing piece I've seen, so this one's going to have to be a 6 out of 10 from me. Now the next photo I actually think is the strongest in the set. It's Markiplier naked in a forest chopping some wood, obviously for the fireplace in order to keep him and his family warm. He's also doing the classic bicep flex while finishing up the hard day as a lumberjack. It's a very strong piece that speaks to the bravado and machismo associated with woodcutting. And I would like to point something out. Markiplier's got some pepperonis. Like, those nipples mean business. His areolas are so full. It's like those were made for suckling. And they're on full display here, which is much appreciated. I do think that's going to be a 10 out of 10 piece, the strongest in the set by far. Now, the final piece in the set of 3 of the Triforce of Power is Markiplier as a lifeguard, while Markiplier as a swimmer is getting attacked by a shark. They're both nude. Both Markipliers are completely bare ass. But the Markiplier that's getting attacked by a shark has the shark biting through his cock and his ass, which is incredible. Like, the street sharks showed no mercy on Markiplier today. And Lifeguard Markiplier, also nude, has the flotation device at the ready, and it looks like a big penis. So it's a very interesting piece, and it tells like an entire story about the dangers of swimming without the lifeguard nearby, or the dangers of having a lifeguard that's a little too preoccupied because he's already been bitten by the shark. So I actually think it's an interesting piece. It may not be the most sexually gratifying one, but it is a very thought-provoking one. It's going to be an 8 out of 10 for me there. Now we're moving on to his most recent drop, and the first one is him as a construction worker doing road work and holding up a sign that says, "Come." A very good piece,
That's
very
crazy.
in your face. There's no deeper message here. He's doing road work, him and Markiplier clone doing road work, both naked, and I just think this is like what it's all about. When you think Markiplier naked, you probably think of Markiplier doing road work naked. So he delivers on your expectations. He doesn't get into any filler content. You know, it's just right there. It knows what it is. So I appreciate the bluntness of the piece. That's going to be a 9 out of 10 from me on the naked Markiplier road worker. Now, the next one I could write a whole thesis on. Markiplier truly outdid himself with the second in this set. It's Markiplier as a sports fan, but there's like 15 of them. He does the shadow clone jutsu, and they're all
Oh,
fucking butt ass naked, and they're all
that's
doing
crazy.
incredible celebratory poses. It's an overload of the senses. You don't know where to look. Your attention is drawn in all types of different directions. You got your eyes fucking splitting in different directions, trying to process all the information. It's a sensory overload, but in the best possible way. Is the penis over there? Is the nutsack over there? Where's his ass? Oh my god, he's very excited. Did they just get a touchdown? You're just
Did they
asking
just get a
questions and you're
touchdown? That's crazy.
satisfied the entire way. I think it's the strongest across both sets, so I'm just going to have to give this one a 10 out of 10. Like, the more I look at it, the more I learn. Now, moving on to the final piece, and by far the most avant-garde piece, it is Markiplier naked going through a portal where you get caught in that, like, endless portal falling. So Markiplier's torso is reaching up and grabbing Markiplier's ankle, where his ass is above him. So he's looking up at his own asshole and grabbing it from down here from the other portal. It's a very interesting piece, and the visual effects are on par with like a Marvel TV show, honestly. It's pretty impressive stuff. But I will say, there's room for improvement. Maybe he could have been reaching up with two hands and spreading his legs like a goddamn
Why is he
Thanksgiving
giving you
turkey. Like,
tips?
I think there was more he could have done with the pose. But overall, still a very strong piece. I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. Now, he still has one drop left, and I'm hoping he goes whole hog and just lets it all hang out. So he like goatsies himself. He's got his wiener flopping around everywhere. Like, it just becomes extreme. Instead of tasteful nudes, it becomes the least classy nudes ever made. It just is like a giant jump scare. But yeah, I just wanted to rate the current nudes out there before Drop 3 comes out, since there's a lot of hype surrounding it. And yeah, overall, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. I think it's a wonderful thing he's doing. He's doing it to raise money for charity. And I know when he made the OnlyFans, it was so popular that it like crashed the site for an hour, which is
Really?
fucking nuts. So anyway, that's about it. See ya.
I
There's
didn't know
one thing you
that's
need
what
to do.
happened. That's crazy. I mean, I'm just gonna say this. There's other ways you could start a charity for places, but I mean, if people want to see that, I guess. By the way, the charity that Mark chose to donate the proceeds to is a great one. Cine Children's is the only reason I'm alive today. Damn. So on behalf of us former kids who are here today, or at least were more comfortable in the hospital because of donations like this, thank you. Damn, that's crazy. If that's true, that's crazy because you can't believe everything that's online. But if that's true, that's crazy. Like, subscribe. Let me know if you actually bought his OnlyFans. I mean, I'm not buying nobody's OnlyFans because one, I'm broke. Two, I don't really care enough. And three, hey, bye. Subscribe. See you guys. Hope you have a good day or night and bye.